Hello, this is Travis. Today I'm going to talk about Cymbalta on Beyond Bipolar blog. I've been on Cymbalta since 2015, so maybe 5 years. I think it's a pretty good drug. I've been on several different medications for depression. For the most part, some of them antidepressants. I started with Paxil, but I'm bipolar, so I had a manic reaction to it. I was on Wellbutrin, but it wasn't enough to control the psychosis when I was experiencing it in 2009. I've also tried sertraline, but it didn't really do much for me. I tried trazodone, but it wouldn't help me sleep. I've tried, I think there was one more, but I can't really put Trintellix. It was a newer drug, but it was causing some various problems like eye strain and stuff, and I didn't really like the effects on it. So let's get back to Cymbalta. If you don't know about Cymbalta, Cymbalta is an SNRI. It's an antidepressant, not typical for the SSRIs, and it works differently than some other antidepressants because it works on norepinephrine than dopamine, or dopamine. But the effects for me is pretty amazing. I don't have really many complaints. And also, if you have depression with nerve pain or something similar to that, Cymbalta is also used for pain in general, like fibromyalgia. So that can be beneficial too. Now, like some antidepressants, or most, they do have a tendency to cause you to gain weight, but I feel that it's pretty much, for me, weight neutral. Other than that, I think that the drug itself, if you count the fact you're not on a great diet, you're going to gain weight anyway, or you don't get up and exercise, you will gain weight anyways. So I want to say that with that word of caution, it's likely to be pretty much weight neutral. I take 60 milligrams one time in the morning. Now, the reason why this drug's helpful, especially for someone with bipolar disorder, typically if you're bipolar, you don't want to be on antidepressants. But I'm also on Latuda, which is an antipsychotic, and Lamictal, which is also a mood stabilizer, plus the antidepressant. It seems to work wonders for me. I wake up feeling pretty refreshed. I notice it has helped me with coping with motion sickness. It also has helped me just result in less suicidal ideations. I used to be in a 90-day IRT, so that was before I was on an antidepressant, and my previous psychiatrist, she was not good, and she ended up canceling me from her list, and I no longer had appointments with her, but she wouldn't put me on an antidepressant, and because of that, I just felt pretty much flat on my moods, and I was suicidal. As I said, I was in the hospital like 3 times that year, or twice that year, and one time before a 3-week daytime program and a 90-day IRT. So, plus, in addition to that later year of 2015, I was in doing dialectic behavioral therapy for groups 3 times a week. Now, I learned a lot from DBT, but I think the most benefit was me being on an antidepressant, Cymbalta. Like I said, it works wonders for me. I don't seem to be suicidal. I'm not as much depressed. I have more energy to get up and exercise. I'm just less moody. Now, you got to be careful. As stated, it is a warning that if you are bipolar on antidepressant alone, it can exacerbate your mania, and that is not good for you. But if you're like me, where you're on a mood stabilizer and a psychotic, it can add a beneficial characteristic to your moods. I think other than that, you start slow, so maybe you start at 20 or 30 milligrams You can go up to 60, and the most you can go top is 120. So 30, 60, 90, 120. I actually used to be on 120, but I realized I didn't want to keep taking it that high of a dose. I withdrew 90 to 60. Anything less than that, I end up getting pretty suicidal. It does help you sleep better because when you're more elated or satisfied with your life, you have a tendency to sleep a little bit better. So, because of that, I think Cymbalta is a great drug. I think that if you want to try something new, you've been on antidepressants, you have nerve pain, that this drug does wonders for you. Now, for people that are in SSDIs, SNRIs could be a benefit. It's noted, as I stated, it can cause weight gain, but for me, it was weight neutral. And if you are aware of any other drugs that you're on, feel free to comment. If you're on antidepressants and this one doesn't seem to work, feel free to comment below. Like I said, everyone is their own has their own unique brain, so it's possible that one drug that works for someone else doesn't work for you. And not only that, if the drugs in general have a tendency to exacerbate your symptoms, feel free to comment as well. So let me know if they help, let me know if they don't help, let me know if you're trying it, let me know if you tried it and you went in on something else. Feel free to let me know. So as stated, I think Cymbalta has been around for a while, and other than that, I just want to say that Cymbalta is a great drug for me. I think it's a benefit to my mental health, and I recommend it for anyone that has tried SSDIs and want to give SNRIs a try. So that, as I stated, works on norepinephrine versus dopamine. So not quite sure on the science, but the three chemicals in your brain, norepinephrine, serotonin, and dopamine. This one works on norepinephrine. I don't know what the difference, but just try it if you feel like there's drugs that don't work for you. Now, as I stated before, do not, if you're bipolar, it can exacerbate psychosis alone if you're not on a mood stabilizer and antipsychotic. It could keep you awake at night. It could make you more irritable. It can increase ideation, so be careful. I'm not saying this is the go-to thing. I am saying it has helped me, and it's possible it could help you. So I'll just keep this short and sweet. I hope you got an idea on what Cymbalta is. Let me know in the comments below. Thanks.